my name is Lynn Renee Persin, and I'm a photographer living here in Chicago. I work as a photographer mainly for events for nonprofits, and I do marketing photography for local nonprofits, portraiture, all kinds of stuff, whatever I can do to support my family. And I was embedded with CPS Lives this year at the Albany Park-based school, Edison Regional Gifted Center, which is a selective enrollment school. That means that the kids get tested specifically to get into that school. And it has kindergarten through 8th grade. And with kindergarten through 8th grade, it's only 275 kids in the entire school. So it's real small, real close-knit family. And it was a great experience. I loved doing it. As a parent there, it was really nice to be on the other side, to get to know the teachers and staff in a whole new way, and to really just quietly observe and watch the children as they go through their daily lives. Unfortunately, everything was cut short due to COVID, and I was just putting together the story of Edison, I feel like, when everything was stopped. So I'm really disappointed, and hopefully I'll be able to go back next year. Only time will tell. Anyway, every year they have a big fundraiser they call Bright Night. And during Bright Night, each class is in charge of one art project that they then sell to the class to raise money for school. And since here I am, the photographer embedded at Edison, I decided that I was going to spearhead the art project for the 2nd grade class. Now, I wanted to do something that would be like a time capsule. I wanted to do something that would show us who these students are right here at this very moment. And something that could also be revisited, something that you could do again with the same format when they're in 8th grade or 7th grade, and kind of compare and contrast and see how much they've changed and all the different ways that kids change between the 2nd grade and the 8th grade. I then took all the portraits and I put them together in a book, and I sold the book to the Edison family. So in our class there were 28 kids, and I sold 26 books before a single parent had even gotten their hands on the entire book. So they didn't even know really what their own kid's portrait was. I showed them a couple samples, but they were so intrigued by the project that almost everybody purchased it. So that was really exciting. For the portraits, I had the kids sitting down on a chair, and I turned the chair sideways because I wanted to give them an option. I was just trying to insert a few variables to give each student's portrait its own personality. So with the chair sideways, they could sit facing me, they could use the head of the chair to put their arm up, whatever made them comfortable in front of the camera. And while we were there, we talked about a prompt that the children were writing in the other room at the same time. I had worked with the 2nd grade teacher and the art teacher to put together a really thoughtful prompt that would hopefully inspire the kids and tell us a lot about who they are. So our prompt was, what is your favorite thing about yourself, and how can you share that to improve our world? So I then, in their own handwriting, took all of those different prompts, I scanned them in, and I laid them over the portraits that I selected for each student. And then I put it into the book that I was telling you about. So here is the book. And then you open it up, and you get the prompt. And then I'm just going to scroll through a couple pages. I put them in order alphabetically by the student's last name. And each of the kids has a number according to their alphabetical place in the class. And so I put them in together based on their number. Pretty cool. And then, of course, and that's my little guy right there, looking pretty sweet. Yeah, and it was a terrific project. The kids had a really good time coming up with, they had to think about who they are, and then they had to think about how they can apply that to the world around them. So it was a really exciting project, and it was a lot of fun to see what they came up with. And I know that the students have really enjoyed pouring through these while they've been stuck at home. So hopefully everything will go back to normal soon, and I'll get to go back next year and really complete the story of Edison Regional Gifted Center. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line. Bye-bye.